People of the realm, I, like many of you, have just watched the latest episode of HBO's Game of Thrones, and there are many things I would like to talk to you about. But this video is going to focus on one simple thing. My ramblings today will be about Benjen bloody Stark. Westerosi and Essosi. Escape your shackles, find yourself an army, grow yourself a dragon, and then encourage them both to holiday in the family resorts of lovely Westeros, for there you will find the fire of fury. For I am the Northlander, and now it's time to tell you what I know. So, Benjen Stark is back in bloody black, as I predicted in my Season 6 review video. Although I did have to wait a minute, as I thought that the man on the horse could be Strider from the Lord of the Rings series, but alas, not. The question everyone is posing, and the one I want to know, is where the flaming hell have you been, Benjen? We sent you out on a bloody range, not a world tour. But all is clear. Weiss and Benioff have once again come up with an extremely outrageous explanation. One that shows how things can be slowly turned to make them appear to happen really fast, and that's about as simple as that explanation gets. So allow me, if you will, to try and break it down for you. Uncle Benny went a-ranging one day. Him and his men were a little bit shit. They got ambushed and all but him perished. But the White Walker left Uncle Benny with a hole in him from an ice sword, and he just couldn't be asked to finish him off. So the White Walker went back to the lands of always winter for a good old barbecue. So here come the children of the forest, skipping along with their baskets full of human flesh, and they find Uncle Benny there, bleeding out into the snow. Oh, they say, I'm hungry, but darn it, we cannot eat him. His meat is spoiled by the White Walker's weapon. And they're about to skip off back to the rabbit hole when a voice or a raven commands them to help. So they do what any good Frey would do, and they stab him in the heart, alas with some dragon glass. I guess they also do him a favour. They prevent him from turning into some wit or white zombie, however you want to call those blasted things. And now Benny has a second chance, and presumably he has some new skills that come along with that. Cause let's not forget, the White Walkers were sired the same way. So the man has options. He can head home, he can rejoin the Starks, they certainly need him. He can go back to the Watch, but then again he has no oaths to honour cause technically he's dead. But does he go to the Wall? Should he? He was on a mission after all. Should he tell the Lord Commander, do not go a-ranging north. There are horrors there, there will be ambushes, you will die. Oh no. Benjen Stark, first ranger of the Watch, whose family needs him, decides that family and loyalty are, forgetful things. Instead he decides he's going to be summering in the lands of always winter, probably with blood ravens leash around him. After all, he did say the three-eyed raven sent for him, so there's definitely a connection there. Perhaps a warg from him into some part of Benjen, but most likely not. After all, Bloodraven wasn't a true warg. He was more of a dream witch than anything, and so his conscience is now part of the Weirwood network which descends deep into the earth, possibly towards some dragonglass, which just so happens to be Uncle Benny's new power source. I'm gonna call it Stark Industry Iron Man Arc Reactor technology. Coined it here first. You're welcome. Now, what's next for good old Benny boy? Well, sadly, like anyone else who teams up with Bran Almighty, most likely it means they're gonna die. They're all gonna die. Mira as well. Probably after she has some sort of weird warg sex. Yeah. Now, I, like any man in the North, hate to see you waste. But our showrunners don't give a shit. I mean, they went ahead and killed Dr. Julian Bashir from Deep Space Nine, but chose to leave the Sand Snakes alive? That's kinda made Dawn a purely one-dimensional entity. Now, as you can tell, I'm reading a dictionary. Can I get a thumbs up for that? Cheers. With so few episodes left this season, will Benjen stay with us? I think he'll live, but I also think he'll bugger off again before he dies. So expect only a little more firepoint twirling or him using that Kurosagama or sickle if you're a farmer. Let me touch upon that because for once in my life I've done a little bit of research. Check out the picture, here's the weapon. Kurosagama. Apologies, my Japanese friends. I know you'll hate this. Now you can see from the shafts that's what's forming the skiff part of this. Or if you're Japanese again, you can call it a kama. And it's connected by a metal chain called a mamriki, which is now my new favourite word. In fact, I might just title this video Mamriki. Oh, sounds good. Like an aftershave in the north. The metal weight, that could be doused in flammables. And there's the zombie killer that you see Uncle Benny flaming about with on his steed as he saved Bran and Mira's life. Now that thing is bloody cool, and apparently it's not too shabby against people who wield a spear or a sword. So, there you have it. Uncle Benny from Season 1 has finally returned. Although slightly messed up, but with a great weapon to protect the H-bomb that is Bran Stark. I'm happy he's back, and he appears to be taking the cold hands role from the books. It's just a shame they didn't try and hide the reveal for a little bit longer. But let's face it, the nose and the accent gave it away as soon as he said, "Come with me if you want to live." They had little choice. I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening next with Benjen, with Bran, with the whole bloody series, and if we ever get a new book out. The embers of theory grow cold for now, so prepare to piss off. Gather your furs, saddle your steeds, but remember one thing. You know nothing, and neither do I.